Hi, welcome to setting up your Google Docs with new fonts and as well as headings and table of contents. In front of here, I have basically an article I've prepared with my ChatGPT about how to set up your business online empire. Now, we only have 5 points here to handle. It's just a sample, and we're going to use this to practice how to do those headings. So let's begin. So first thing first, what I want to do is I'm going to assign each of these individual titles here at the top as different headers and setup. So I'm going to start with introduction. I'm going to assign this as heading 1. Click apply heading 1, and as you can see, once I do so, I have the introduction in heading 1 format. Now when I click the other headings, it will say normal text. Now I'm going to select the number 1 digital frontier and assign this to heading 2. Now this is heading 2. Now, as I go on down here, I can select individually and also assign one by one. Now, to save time, you can press your Control on your keyboard or Command for Mac and not release it and select number 2 while still pressing Control or Command button, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Now, while all of these are selected, I can go down to the format selection and set to heading 2. Right, there we go. So now it's complete. We all have our proper headings. What we're going to do is under conclusion, we're going to select this as well, and we're going to assign this back to heading 1. Now, while all these settings are set, you notice that the fonts are different for each and every one. So let's assume that maybe for the heading 2, I would like to change this font to something else. Maybe Oswald, and let's try normal. So now this font for heading 2, and this is different. So there's an easy way for us to apply all of these one shot without actually going one by one. Just go back to the format heading 2 setting and select update heading 2 to match. All right. Now, as you can see, now all the heading 2s are now individually set without you selecting one by one. Okay, let's continue. Now, while doing so already, I have all of these in individual pages. Some of these are in page 2 and some of these in page 1. Now, to make this more clear where the pages will be, I would like to also show you how we can include pages. Alright, above here in our menu settings, we have several options that we can choose from. So what you want to do is, you want to go to the Insert menu, okay, and scroll down to Headers and Footers. So we have Header, shortcut key Control Alternate O, Control Alternate H, or Control Alternate O, Control Alternate F. Now, I'm just going to click on the footer first to begin, because that is where I want to set the page numbers. Once you're here, you notice that this is the footer section. Now, here there's an option to select if it is different first page. Sometimes you like to create a cover page for your documents, but in this case, I don't need that. I want to start it at the first page. So first, I'm going to click on page numbers, and I'm going to say start at 1. Click apply, and you'll see that the number 1 appears here. Now, this is currently highlighted, and I'm going to zoom in to show that we have actually the highlighted value here. Now I'm going to zoom back out. Because it's highlighted, it is actually a customized number. Now scrolling down to page 2, you will see this is page 2, whereas here's page 1. So I've typed page in front of this format, and I'm going to click here off, because I also want to know the total number of pages in terms of this document as I start to expand my content. So here I'm going to go to Insert, Page Numbers, and I'm going to choose Page Count. Now up here you have some templates where you can click on and they will automatically just jump in as well. But over here, since we are customizing the page value numbers, we're going to choose this value here, page count. And now you can see here the total number of pages I have right now is 2. Okay, great. So we're done. We can just double click back into our content area, and now we can continue building our table of contents. Next, what I want to do is above the title setting, I'm going to press Control Enter. And what this does is it'll bring every single content down to the second page. And now you can see my page numbers are in number 3. Now the first page itself here, I'm going to insert the table of contents. It's relatively easy. Just go here, insert, and then choose table of contents. And you have 3 options. in our latest Google Docs. We have plain text. Let's click on that. And as you can see, it has created our table of contents from introduction, the digital frontier from 1 to 5, and the conclusion. Now below here, I'm going to insert another table of contents with a different format, and this one provides dotted lines. So it's easier for you to see and track where the pages belong. Whereas the first one, it's going to be, a bit difficult to find out which is which. And finally, the last one, I'm going to insert another table of contents with links. Now, this one is good when you are in a PDF document. Once you convert the Google Doc, they can actually click on each and every one of these in order to jump to a specific page. Now, let's test this. For example, if I wanted to go to Designing 5 in my Google Docs, putting my cursor here will show the link, copy link options, edit link, and also the remove link. Now, clicking on this will bring me down to my page 5. Apologies, page 3, where is number 5 content, designing your virtual storefront. And there we are. Hmm. So everything looks pretty nice and snazzy. We just need to decide which table of contents we want to use. So in this example, I just want to remove this one. So I can select this and remove table of contents and the first one, which we have created. Now, let's check it out. What happens if I put Control Enter for content number 2, content number 3, content number 4, and content number 5. Now, in doing so, I've basically put each and every content in a single page of its own. Now, this is another quick tip. The pro tip here, ding ding, I would like to share with you. If you click on View, there is another option called Control Shift P or Show Non-Printing Characters. If you click on this, it'll actually show you exactly where each paragraph lines are, and if you don't need them, you can either delete them, go backspace, or you can see where the page break begins. Now, page breaks are unique. Now, we did a couple of new page breaks, which is one is over here, and here, and here. So I'm going to show you a quick example of what the function of this page break is. So assuming that I'm typing more content, I'm going to copy this one above. Okay, selecting and pressing Ctrl C, or you can right click and copy. And over here, I'm going to paste some new content. Now, you notice the page break moves along with it. And every time I enter, I'm going to keep entering new content until I'm reaching towards the end of the page. Now, once my page break jumps over, you'll notice that the whole page is clear and content tree jumps to the next page because of page break. Now, assuming I only stop here, you'll notice that for page number 4, which is number 3, content of the blueprint unveiled, it remains in this location because of page break. So when I have more content here, it doesn't push the content down unless it overflows into the next page, hence pushing this entire content to the next page. Now, without the page break, let's say I clear that. Now you can see the content overflows and the content tree jumps up. So in this case, if I were to just press enter and bring it back down without a page break, and if I add new content like this, you will see that the value tree also moves down accordingly. So that's what we will try to avoid as we create individual pages with page break. Okay, so now once we understood those concepts, last and not least, the current formatting for my headings are right now with Oswald. As you can see, the font heading is different from earlier. Now, should I want to keep these default fonts, all I need to do is go to Options and set as my default styles. So the next time I open a new Word document, let's try that, set as default styles. And I'm going to go to a new tab, and I'm going to type here docs.new. Now, this only works if you are currently using a Google Chrome, which is linked to your Google Drive. And there we go. This is the new document. And now you can see that if I were to type anything, heading 1, and the options here will be same as my previous. Now, if you don't want these default settings anymore, just go to options and you can reset styles. And then there we go. Or you can even use default styles. And that's it. That is basically the coverage of whatever we have shared. Setting your default fonts, creating your headings and titles, and also your table of contents. I hope you enjoyed this quick course. And if you like, do give me a like and also subscribe. All right, cheers. Bye bye.